Oh, hi, boy. Name's Garth Thunderflarf. Were you interested in a Ninebot Max versus S2 Max Hiboy comparison?
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So I got the Segway Ninebot Max 3 years ago on an Amazon warehouse deal. It was used, got it for $9.50 plus tax. I was like, I'll try it. I couldn't believe the fun. I almost died the first time I tried it. I had a camera on the handlebar and then that came loose and I was like, oh my God. But that first ride, I was sold. I went down to the beaches. I'm on the bike path. The lake air was hitting me. I was like, I have no effort put in. I didn't have to try. I just went. Press a button, you're gone. And then I came all the way back, still had like 80% battery left. I'm like, wow, the sky is the limit. And so in comes Hiboy. Hiboy to you. Thinking they can dethrone my Segway Ninebot Max. Oh man, I think they did it. Oh, I can't believe it. I've reviewed a couple of trash scooters. One, you could actually steal the battery. There was no lock on it. I was like, wow. Fun times. Let's just bring that with us everywhere. This thing is better in every way. I did find flaws though. Oh, we'll talk about them. So first, let's talk about the positives compared to the Segway Ninebot Max and then where they fell short in a desperate attempt at my love. The first, the fender is actually reinforced. It feels like steel. It's probably plastic, but at least it looks like it's not gonna snap in half, the design. The Segway Ninebot, like you put it down and then carry it and all the weight is on this flimsy plastic piece and that eventually cracked. Whereas this one has like reinforced little bits there on the side and it feels like, yeah, that thing is much better. It's never gonna break. The second thing I love about the Hiboy S2 Max, it has cruise control. So you're just going, I'm always at max speed. Pretty much. So like eventually after 3 seconds it kicks in, you hear a little beep and then you let go and you don't have to hold the thing. And then if you want to slow down, boom, a little tap and you start slowing. It feels almost like you're in one of those manual cars and you're like clutch and you're changing stuff and bing, bing, boom, little taps. It's fun. It's better. All right, we got the open gate. Oh yeah, full body. Hello, scooter. All right, Hiboy, me and you. Third thing I thought was a positive until I realized it was a negative. You don't need the app to start the thing. You just go. I don't have to download your freaky app that's tracking me to the store and like the government's planning on ways to kill me and they learn about my habits. I don't need that in my life. So you don't have to download an app. It just works, but right now it's in miles per hour. I'm Canadian. I don't even know what that means. I'm going 19 miles per hour. It feels so much slower than my 31 kilometers per hour. And I'm just like, am I going fast? I have no idea. In order to change that, you need the app. I think, don't quote me on that. I don't see a way to do it in here. So like all the fun stuff, just changing basic things. There's a lot of things you can change in the app. I don't want your app. The Hiboy is 1.8 pounds lighter. Barely noticeable by Scientology, but it's somewhat lighter. It's still really heavy, but not bad. 41.2 pounds versus 43. I'll take it. The biggest thing I've noticed, this should have been number one, but if you're going and you stop accelerating, you still go. It's like very free-flowing wheels, whereas my Ninebot Max, as soon as I let off, even if I'm going down a steep hill, I can feel it slowing down almost to a halt. There's no way, like you're always putting the gas on, even downhill. It's crazy. Whereas this thing, it's like, it just goes. And like when I'm stopping to a light, the Ninebot, like I stop maybe 20 feet, it's like I'll roll to it slowly. Whereas this thing, I gotta stop half a block down the street. It'll just keep on going and it goes really fast downhill. So that's a battery savings. I'm just saying, me and my girlfriend both rode to my mom's house. She rode the Ninebot Max, I rode this. Her pathetic Ninebot Max was at 81% battery, where my superior Hiboy was 86%. So it was more efficient. That could be due to the Segway being 3 years old and it was used when it was new. So I'm just saying, don't take these tests too seriously, but seems like the battery is better. I rode so far as a test. I went downtown, I met some guy to buy some linen shirts, then I went shopping at another area, then I rode all the way to my mom's house, we played some backgammon, and then all the way home. It ended up being this many kilometers total. I don't remember the actual number until I do the math. And it was only like 48% battery gone. I was like, wow, like there's nowhere you couldn't go on this thing. And it's got the hill sprints. You can get up any hill just like the Ninebot. All right, this is the hill. My Ninebot Max makes it up, but it's slow goings. Let's go, Hiboy. One thing that's noticeably better is the brakes. The Ninebot barely stops. I worry, like I'm scared. Like you press the brake and you're done in maybe 10 minutes from the time you press the brake. Whereas this one, like it's an immediate stop. It's like brakes and electric working together. It's like, wow, I can actually stop now. It's very nice. It's stiff, it's a little stiff, but it's much better. I'm not seeing a lot of downsides, but I found many actually. My first complaint, they're tubed tires. You need a tube in there. What happens if that pops? The Segway Ninebot, I thought they were the same thing, a pneumatic tire, tubeless, never worrying about flats, just flat proof. I've never had a flat tire. There was only one time I pumped it too hard, the valve exploded. That's the only thing that's ever gone wrong with that thing. That's why I love scooters so much. There's like no maintenance. 3 years riding through Canadian winters, and I've never had to do anything. Like I used to bike a lot and you're always greasing a chain. Oh my, gears shifted, the brakes, oh God, brake pads, and nothing has to be done with these. They last forever, guaranteed. Although my fears may be unjust because I rode through a spiky glass field of hemorrhoids and I couldn't believe it. What is this thing? Oh man, there's a shard of glass stuck right in the tire. Oh my God. Oh God. If that goes flat soon, we'll know why. So that was worst case scenario. Like there was a piece of glass stuck in my tire and I continued to ride on it. And then I pulled it out and there was no flat. So like, wow, that's pretty good. So the tubes, they don't seem to be a problem, but I worry. One thing that will annoy you when you do have to pump the tires, the air valve is too close to the body. It's so annoying, and it actually comes with a little adapter that you need for a pump. Oh, so annoying, man. Why didn't they just have it like the Ninebot Max is just there? I have a little pump, I screw it in, everything's perfect and easy to reach. And I think the front tire was okay. It has a long stem thing, but the rear tire has this thing you can't get a pump into. I don't like the on-off button. It's harder to press. There's no tactile feedback. It's a bullshit button. One of the worst buttons I've ever seen. You don't even know if you're pressing it or not. It's not an actual problem in daily life. You just like long press to hold and boom, you're on. It's fine. You can still triple press for your changing of the speeds and it works, but come on, give me a nice button touch. The display is much brighter though on the Hiboy. I can't see my speeds hardly ever. When the sun's shining on that Ninebot Max, I'm like, I don't even know if this thing's on. Whereas that one's pretty bright, much better display, and much more things on it. You can tell like if you're going up a steep hill, it starts to like struggle and show you, look, there's that ramp speed. I can tell we're really pushing it here. The charger is much bigger. It has a big brick. It's like so much more, whereas the Ninebot, it's just a single cord, like one plug and then one into there, and it's, why do we need a brick? It's 2023, isn't it? Like, why are we doing that? It's so big, and when I plug in my Ninebot, immediately I see how much battery I've used. that's very handy to know. Like, oh, I just rode there and back. Oh, 81%, that's all it took. Boom. This one doesn't turn on. It's really annoying. And then you have to turn it on if you want to see that information. I don't have time for that. And I have to press that trash button. No, thank you. I find the way this Hiboy folds and locks to be way more clunky than the Ninebot. I don't even do it. It's that clunky. Like, not only is this stem valve thing harder to pull out because you have to pull up a thing while you also pull out. So it's just kind of awkward. It's safer though. It is a safer design because once you close it, it locks. It's shut, whereas the Ninebot has like a little plastic thing that slides in. That's gonna snap off in a second. So if you manage to open it and then you fold it down, then you have to like pull up this stem and then fit it in, whereas the Ninebot just like clamped on. It was an automatic, it slid over a hump and it's like boom, and then it's locked. And then you just, little touch, it's just awkward and I'll never do it. When I carry that thing, I'm carrying it as is. I don't like the bell. It's a little Twinkie bell. And it's like it's on the left side. The Ninebot is a twist. It's very easy. You're already there. It's like, oh, quick. Like, you need a bell in a very quick, fast-acting scenario. That's why you're using a bell. Oh my God, you're in my way. So like, how do you do it? It's a weird thing right here. Like, it's not where your finger would ever be. You're searching for it. I reacted too soon to that. A bell should be a non-thought thing that's just like embedded in your soul. It's so easy. It's like, yeah, it's right there. Boom, twist. The twisty bell is the way, not a little thin thing that you gotta, where is it? Oh my God. Oh, sorry, I ran her over. Oh, her and her dog. Oh, damn it. The last thing that scares me is it has a temperature reading. I don't even want to know that that's a potential that it could overheat one day. Don't even tell me that. It's like Canon cameras nowadays. It's like it shows you this bar when you're nowhere near overheating. It's like, oh my God, in about 45 hours. If you continue on this path, it's gonna be done for. Like, don't let me know that. So like, this could overheat one day. I don't know. The Ninebot doesn't even tell you. I've never had it overheat, but it is Canada. Nothing is warm here, even my heart. It's cold and blackened. But this might overheat. I don't know. It never did, and it's been pretty hot, and I've rid it far. But don't tell me things like that. Like, oh, you might have cancer one day. Thanks. Just keep that shit to yourself, Doc. So having said all that, it's rare that I get something that actually improves on what I already had, but I prefer riding the Hiboy. It's my scooter now. The Ninebot is my fiance's scooter, and she will ride that one now, and this is just, it's a better scooter. It is. It's almost identical, but slight improvements enough to notice, like, yeah, not bad. It might even feel a little cushier. Even though there's no shocks in it, I feel like I feel the bumps less. Don't quote me on that. But it might happen. I just can't speak to the longevity of it. I've been using it for like 3 weeks, a lot. And that's nice that it lasts at least 3 weeks, but the Ninebot is like 3 Canadian winters that is still here, still ticking, nothing's wrong with it. The fender did crack, and I had to order a Chinese knockoff one, and I have no rear light now, and that snappy thing no longer exists, so I can't even fold it if I wanted to. But like, whatever. That's a bad design thing. But with the Hiboy being cheaper and just better overall, I can highly recommend it. Not bad, Hiboy. Hiboy to you. Hi to your boy. And I like the name, Hiboy. Hiboy. I'm gonna leave. How you doing? Are you buying it through my affiliate links? I think you might. For your son. Is he old enough? He's not. You don't want him to die in a car crash. I see it. I'm gonna leave. How you doing? Subscribing for more videos now.